Welcome to Hero Villains. Who do you think would win in King Thanos versus King Hyperion, the clash of two powerful kings? King Thanos is the version of Thanos who reached the pinnacle of power after countless years of conquest. He possesses a cold, strategic mind, physical strength capable of crushing gods, and the ability to wield cosmic energy and dark magic. His mere presence is enough to make many cosmic entities wary. Through thousands of battles, Thanos has learned to manipulate energy, bend reality, and harness power from cosmic artifacts. Meanwhile, King Hyperion is the embodiment of pure power. He possesses immense physical strength, speed far exceeding the speed of sound, the ability to fly, heat vision capable of incinerating entire cities, and near-impenetrable durability. When, in his ultimate form, Hyperion can directly confront enemies with god-level power. Before we delve into the analysis, please subscribe and remember to turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. Thank you very much. Thanos is the son of Mentor and Sui-san, belonging to the eternal race living on Titan. However, from birth, he carried the genes of the Deviants. This mutation made him different within his own race. His rough, dark purple skin, like ancient stone, and his massive physique made him look more like a warrior born from a cosmic storm than a normal Titan. This mutation amplified his power far beyond that of any other Titan. With his enormous body and the immense energy density accumulated within him, Thanos was able to absorb and transform cosmic energy to serve his will. He was not just an ordinary Eternal, but the most powerful entity ever to appear in the Titan lineage. His power continued to expand through various other paths. Thanos upgraded his body using advanced biological methods, combined with ancient mystical rituals, and was even resurrected by death. All these elements blended together, transforming him into an entity possessing both the power of science and the might of the universe. King Thanos is always spoken of with awe and fear. He is not only a cosmic tyrant, but also the embodiment of destructive power. Associated with the figure of death, the entity symbolizing death in the universe, King Thanos holds a position almost belonging to the fundamental laws of the universe. His existence serves as a reminder that even the stars can tremble before a sufficiently ruthless will. King Thanos' physical strength is on a level that even the greatest warriors must be wary of. With seemingly simple movements, he can lift masses of matter weighing over 100 tons without showing any effort. His punches carried terrifying destructive power, once shaking entire planets and shattering them in a devastating energy storm. His endurance was almost limitless. Injuries that could bring down other creatures were merely fleeting scratches to him. Even traversing the vast expanses of space between stars required minimal effort from him. Against such an opponent, the number of those capable of standing firm in battle could be counted on the fingers of one hand. King Thanos was like a living storm. Each step he took carried pressure that weighed down space, as if the universe itself were holding its breath in watch. His icy gaze reflected the blazing galaxies in the distance, and in that moment, one understood that before them was not just a warrior, but a force born to conquer and crush every challenge. King Thanos' power was always the pinnacle of cosmic authority, a level that even seasoned cosmopolitans would find difficult to accurately measure. However, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The true limits of this power remain a mystery, as over time he has been granted even greater powers by death. This dark blessing has pushed his abilities far beyond those of the most powerful Eternals ever to exist. In a fierce confrontation with King Thanos, he was still able to match Thor even when the god of thunder wielded the power of the Power Stone. This overwhelming power also defeated Silver Surfer, sending Hulk flying in the throes of his rage. Even renowned warriors like Beta Ray, Bill, and Ronan the Accuser were quickly subdued, and Ronan's cosmic weapon shattered after a single brutal attack. Even the colossal entity Ego, the living planet, once attempted to defeat Thanos with pure power, but the results were completely contrary to expectations. Not only did Ego fail, but he also fell into a state of panic when he realized that the opponent before him was an unshakable force. Annihilus suffered the same fate, quickly overwhelmed despite his own tremendous power. In many battles, when Thanos advanced, the space seemed heavy with an invisible pressure. Each swing of his arm was like an earthquake spreading across the battlefield, forcing even the most powerful warriors to retreat. The moment he unleashed his decisive blow, the sky seemed to tremble, and people understood that they were witnessing the power of a conqueror born to rule the universe. Thanos could amplify his already terrifying power to unprecedented levels. It was a force imbued with divine qualities, a stream of energy that could make each of his blows as heavy as the weight of the stars themselves. King Thanos' true power is only fully revealed when he encounters opponents empowered by the Power Stone. This stone contains the immense energy of the universe, a power that allows its possessor to access all existing powers and those yet to be created. Furthermore, it can amplify the effects of other stones, transforming them into tools of almost limitless power, even at its most basic level. The Power Stone grants its user an unimaginable amount of sustained physical strength. This strength can increase indefinitely, entirely dependent on the user's ability to control and harness it. When used correctly, the stone can allow the user to replicate or recreate many forms of superhuman physical abilities, pushing their body to a near invincible state. Therefore, Thanos' ability to withstand opponents with such power is astonishing proof of his might. He not only withstood attacks that could crush a planet, but also retaliated with power that shook the entire battlefield. Each of his blows was like a shockwave spreading through space, violently colliding with the energy of the Power Stone. I really hope you'll subscribe to the channel. It would help us a lot, and you're the best. Thank you so much. Now let's talk about King Hyperion. When King Hyperion decided to take over Earth with absolute power, the world immediately plunged into a life or death battle. Superheroes and the entire planet's military forces rose up against him. But very quickly, the harsh reality was revealed. Hyperion's power far exceeded all expectations, causing defenses to crumble one by one. Earth's most powerful heroes entered the battle determined to stop him. Even legendary warriors like Thor, Hercules, and Sentry could not halt his advance. Even powerful cosmic entities like Galactus were said to have fallen before the tyrant's wrath. Hyperion stood at the pinnacle of victory and proclaimed himself the God King of Earth. However, that victory carried a bitter paradox. A nuclear catastrophe wiped out all living things on the planet, turning Earth into a wasteland filled with radioactive dust. Hyperion then realized he had become the sole ruler of a world devoid of subjects. For long, arduous years, Hyperion wandered the ruined cities and gray skies of his homeland. The chilling silence of the desolate planet made even a world-conquering being feel a profound sense of loneliness. One day, the Timebreakers intervened in the flow of reality. After a younger version of Storm from Earth 23895 died in an incident involving Bruce Banner from another reality, they needed a replacement in their multiverse travel team. Hyperion was pulled from Earth 4023 and placed into a team of superpowered space travelers called Weapon X. After their first mission, King Hyperion and the Weapon X team quickly transformed into a brutal series of conquests across countless realities. From one world to another, Hyperion not only completed his missions but also nurtured his ambition for dominance. With the support of Spider-Man and with Marvel in his ranks, he stormed through each universe like an unstoppable tempest, crushing the heroes who protected each world one by one. Among them was Hulk, renowned for his boundless strength when enraged. However, against Hyperion's overwhelming power, the confrontation ended quickly and brutally. Hulk was defeated after a single violent clash, and Gambit was forced to retreat. Even the strongest warriors could not slow his advance. In just a few short hours, the battle ended in the most ruthless way. The heroes protecting New York City fell one by one, leaving behind a city shrouded in a heavy silence. Hyperion stood amidst the ruined buildings, his cold gaze sweeping across the gloomy sky. The wind blew through the desolate streets, carrying a chilling sense of emptiness. King Hyperion was considered one of the most dangerous Eternals to have ever existed. He is ranked as a level 12 threat, a rank rarely assigned to any entity. He has defeated notorious powerhouses such as Galactus, Sentry, and even multiple versions of Blue Marvel himself. Among those drawn from other worlds to join the Exiles, he is considered the strongest and most fearsome warrior. His true limits remain unknown, but he is powerful enough to simultaneously simultaneously confront two other versions of Hyperion. In a fierce battle, even Blue Marvel had to admit that Hyperion's blows were more devastating than any attack Sentry had ever unleashed. To win, Blue Marvel had to exert his full strength. Hyperion can easily lift weights exceeding 100 tons, and once delivered a punch so powerful it broke Juggernaut's leg. Hyperion also possesses incredible speed. He can move at terrifying velocities and even make his body vibrate so rapidly that objects can pass through him. Thanks to his ability to control gravitational particles, Hyperion can fly freely through the sky and reach orbital velocities of up to 17,000 miles per hour. His body is virtually tireless. He can withstand large caliber bullets, falls from incredible heights, extreme pressure, and powerful energy beams without harm. He even once stood firm against Mimic's optical beam at close range without injury. Hyperion can also survive in the harsh environment of space and has the ability to manipulate cosmic energy. From his eyes, Hyperion can project massive beams of thermal energy called atomic visions, reaching temperatures of at least 12,000 degrees Fahrenheit. He can also absorb energy to enhance his strength, demonstrating this when confronting the Holocaust by directly absorbing the energy of his opponents. Hyperion's immortality is unaffected by diseases or infections that can ravage the human body. Age and illness seem non-existent to him, making Hyperion a being capable of surviving through countless ages without weakening. He can sense the scent of others within tens of feet and hear sounds that the average human ear can never perceive. Furthermore, Hyperion possesses the ability to breathe out extremely cold air that can freeze objects in an instant. When this breath spreads, the surrounding air immediately becomes frigid, as if the temperature of the entire battlefield is being sucked away. King Hyperion is said to be vulnerable to Argonite radiation, which weakens his strength and makes him more susceptible to physical attacks. In the darkness of a dead universe called Earth TRN 666, King Thanos sat motionless on a throne made of the bones of billions of living beings. Beside him stood only Cosmic Ghost Rider, his last loyal slave. No more heroes to kill, no more death to pursue. Space suddenly shattered. A colossal rift tore through reality, the remnants of the Infinity War spreading across countless universes. From that rift poured forth a terrifying energy, signaling the arrival of a conqueror of other realities. For the first time in millions of years, Thanos laughed. Finally, a worthy opponent. In another universe, on the burnt-out planet Earth 4023, King Hyperion stood amidst the ruins of hundreds of realities he had crushed. His colossal body glowed like a living sun. Sensing another god entering his territory, Hyperion clenched his fists, his eyes blazing with atomic light. No one shall rule in my place. The two kings met at Nexus Zero, a dead planet beyond all reality. The sky shattered like a mirror, cosmic winds howling around them. Hyperion sneered, his colossal body shining brightly. He declared himself the God Emperor, the one who had crushed countless universes. Thanos merely looked back with cold eyes. He recounted his past triumphs, including the killing of Galactus. The words of the two conquerors echoed low and deep like thunder before a storm. No more words were needed. Hyperion sped forward at the speed of light, his punch striking Thanos, causing the entire Nexus Zero to tremble, cracks spreading for kilometers. Thanos was pushed back but remained standing. He smiled, his eyes gleaming with rare amusement. Thanos counterattacked with a punch imbued with eternal power and millions of years of battle experience. Hyperion was thrown back, blood gushing from his mouth. Enraged, Hyperion unleashed a fiery red stream of atomic vision, incinerating half the planet. Thanos activated the Time Stone he held from the past. A time shield formed, absorbing energy and then reflecting it back. Hyperion withstood most of the attack, but for the first time in hundreds of years, he felt real pain. Cosmic Ghost Rider rushed to his master's aid, but Hyperion only needed one lightning-fast punch. The Hell Chariot shattered, Rider's soul torn apart in a blinding flash of light. Thanos didn't even turn around. To him, it was just a tool. Hyperion continued to press, using Hulk-level strength to overwhelm him. But Thanos whispered that those who rely on brute force will always lose to those who rely on intelligence. He rotated the Time Stone, reversing time by 3 seconds. That brief moment was enough to dodge the fatal blow and strike Hyperion's weak point in the ribs, a spot that, according to legend, had been weakened by Argonite. Thanos unleashed the cosmic weapon he had acquired from previous conquests, finishing with a final blow. Hyperion roared as his body began to crack, his atomic gaze fading. King Hyperion knelt down, his colossal body disintegrated into fragments of atomic light that scattered into the void. Thanos stood amidst the ruined battlefield, blood staining his armor, but on his gigantic purple face, the familiar, cold, and proud smile remained. Thanos was the victor. I hope you enjoyed this battle. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Follow me if you like it. That's today's video. Thank you very much.